Hey y'all, it's Miss Awesome here, your friendly neighborhood substitute teacher. Listen, let me tell you what you can kind of expect from my channel, okay? Because I haven't really formally introduced myself or what it's all about. And I'll do that a little bit later, but this is just like a little tidbit about what you'll see on this channel. And so let me first say this too. I have Facebook, I have TikTok, I have Instagram, and I'm going to soon have YouTube, okay? So check me out on any one of those. Typically the stuff you see on YouTube is going to be a little bit longer, but whichever one floats your boat. All right, so this is Awesome's Academy, right? I am Miss Awesome. I will be, giving information for both parents and teachers, right? For administrators and staff. A lot of us play multiple roles. So like I'm a substitute teacher, but I'm also a mom, right? I'm a former teacher. I'm a wife. So I'm a staff member, all that good stuff. So don't just think, oh, I can't benefit from the information and all she's giving because I'm not this and that and the other. And even if you can't, you will be able to not only take that information and process it and make it, work for you, but you'll be able to share with other people. Cool? All right. So here's one thing I want to share with you. I got it from a guy named, Real Rap with Reynolds. He's on YouTube, and I don't know, I discovered him on YouTube a couple of months ago, but he's really good, and I love listening to his stuff because here's the thing, y'all. Everybody on YouTube, there's a lot of knowledgeable people. Some of them just, oh my gosh, they put you to sleep. So hopefully I'm not that type of person. So anybody I typically recommend to you guys, they are going to be able to keep your attention, and they are going to be able to give you some real fire information, okay? So with Real, R-E-A-L, Rap, R-A-P, with Reynolds, he just posted, I believe it's recent, a YouTube video about rule breakers, like students in the classroom who break rules, and drops a lot of great knowledge. But one thing that really stuck out for me is when he had to call home to the parents, like how he handled that. And I was like, oh, I've got to use that because it was amazing. And you take it and doctor it up, do a little AI on it, however you want it, your version of that. But you take the baseline of what he was saying and make it you. So for instance, he was saying, and I'm paraphrasing, he was like, when he calls home because a student has been, misbehaving in class, and he's already taking the necessary steps that he would normally do to correct that behavior, go back and watch the video so you can find out what those are, because that's very helpful too. But if you've had to call parents, and now this message is for teachers and parents, but now I'm going to talk toward the teacher part first. If you have to call home because of a child who has been misbehaving in class, the first thing he said you want to do is always start with the fact that you are there to support their child, whatever that sounds like for you. So for me, if I'm calling Sarah's mom, ring, 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 ring. Hi, is Miss Sarah there? Yes, this is she. Hi, Miss Sarah. This is Miss Awesome. I'm your daughter's math and science teacher. I just wanted to call and let you know that, listen, I am an advocate for your daughter as well as the rest of my students. Like, that's why I have this job, because children, believe it or not, because I know some teachers may not feel the same way, but they are our future. And I see that your daughter is super bright, super, super bright. So I'm not making this phone call because I want to get her in trouble or any of that, because that is not what I want. However, I do want to let you know what happened today. So let's pause right there. So he was like, always start with something positive, right? Then go into whatever happened. And then, I love the way he wrapped it up. And y'all gonna have to go back and listen to it because I wasn't actually sitting down listening to it. I was driving, so I couldn't really take notes like that. But he was just like, at the end of it, just let the parents know, hey, have you had any other situations like this with her? And if so, can you tell me what worked? Like, he wasn't calling to get the child in trouble. He was just trying to get some helpful tips on what can I do next time to get him or her, back on track faster, right? So what does that sound like? So yeah, Miss Sarah, that's what happened. Again, I'm just placing this call because, like I told you earlier, my main concern is to see her thrive, to see her be successful. So I just wanted to know, what do you use, maybe if there was a similar situation, or maybe even at home, what do you use to get her back on track, to get her back to focus? Because again, my ultimate goal is to help her succeed. When she succeeds, the team succeeds, we succeed, right? And you send your child to school to learn. Like, I know you want the best of her and from her, and I'm here to help her get it. They don't call Miss Awesome for nothing, baby. So yeah, can you think of anything? And even if let's say the parent can't think of anything. Just think about it. Shoot me an email or text message, But again, it is not my intention to get her in trouble. Like, I really don't want you to be like going hard at her because, as adults, we have a hard time with certain things. We can't even imagine what it's like to be a child, even though we think they got a perfect life, right? Because we take care of everything. And so, y'all jumping out of character now. So that's kind of how he said he will handle it. And it's a quick conversation. Now, let me speak to the parents. Parents, if the teacher calls, answer the phone. Okay, you ain't in trouble. This ain't the principal. Now, unless you in trouble, but answer the phone. And if you at work or something like that, I get it. Call them back or at least shoot them a text message. Don't ignore the calls. And then please don't be trying to go boo-boo with fool on your child's teacher. You can barely, and I'm speaking as a mom of 3, can barely deal with your child. How a teacher gonna deal with your child in 17, 18, 19, 20 plus others? So give that teacher a break. Most teachers, I ain't gonna say all, but most of them, they're not picking on your child. And baby, you know your child better than anybody else. So please don't go defending your child. If you know, oh yeah, that sound like Rashid. I know he did that. That sound like Mercedes. Oh, Sarah. Yep, that's Sarah. Abigail. That's Lord Kinley. Whatever the case may be. I remember telling one parent, y'all, I was actually going to the lobby for another child who was checking out to meet his mom, and one of my other students' mom was in the lobby area too, waiting on her daughter. And I was like, oh, I got me a 2-for-1. And then the mom looked at me and was like, what is my daughter doing? I said, Mama, I'm not even to take your time. You know your daughter. And she said, yeah, I know my daughter. I talked to. And that was just the end of it. It's like, at the end of that, let's not be in denial, because these kids ain't just making up these behaviors at school, y'all. Now, I get that maybe bullying or something like that could, but most of those kids, they kind of shy and reserved, and bullying, there's no place for it at all. So please don't think I'm advocating for that at all. But parents, try to, do the best you can with your child at home, but you know your child, okay? So don't go attack mode on the teacher, because baby, she is overworked and underpaid, and most of us know what that feels like, right? So we need to stand together, because we are wanting bright futures for each and every one of these children. And parents, you gotta want that for yours, because baby, you're gonna get old one day. Think about your relationship with your parents. You're gonna get old one day, and them little jokers cutting up, acting up in class right now, they the ones that are gonna be taking care of you. Get it together. All right, y'all, this is Miss Awesome signing out. Peace.